There's a big week for soap fans next week, with twists and turns across Emmerdale, Coronation Street and EastEnders. In the Dales, Teresa thawing between former couple Robert Sugden and Erin Dingle, amid hopes of a Robron reunion. But will a comment by Erin seal their future after recent dramatic events with John Sugden? Then Terry's Corrie, with a huge wedding and plenty of twists linked to it. It comes amid an exit being confirmed for one character, but do scenes next week pave the way for this to happen? Over on EastEnders, Teresa legend rushed to hospital after an attack of sorts, as a teenager takes disastrous action. Coronation Street, Steve Allahan and Bernie Winter prepare to tie the knot, but disaster strikes. Bernie is left in a bad way, but will she be okay and will she make it down the aisle? As Dev enjoys his stag do and Bernie's hen gets underway, something at the stag leaves Bernie furious, and soon as the wedding arrives Teresa hiccup after hiccup. As her grandchildren fall ill, Bernie is mortified when she forgets her Lucky Charm locket containing a photo of her late son Paul Foreman. She races home to get it only to disturb a burglar. She seems to be okay though and heads back to the venue, where Debbie Webster has been keeping everyone entertained in her absence. So much so, Teresa cheers when Debbie sings a song for partner Ronnie Bailey and ends up proposing. Kit Green walks his mother Bernie down the aisle meanwhile, but just as she and Dev prepare to say their vows, devastation strikes. Suddenly, Bernie struggles to breathe and collapses in front of her groom Dev. He watches on helpless as Bernie gasps for breath in a bad way, with her stepdaughter Asha Allahan, a paramedic, rushing to her aid. An ambulance is called as everyone panics, but will Bernie be okay and will they make it to the hospital in time? Soon Asha announces the family need to get to the hospital. Has something happened? EastEnders Patrick Truman fends off Oscar Branning, who has broken into his home, unaware he is the culprit, and it leads to a hospital dash. Oscar is being threatened by Thug Mike, who he grassed up to the police. As things escalate, Mike returns and demands £5,000 in return for the Branning family's safety. Oscar initially tries to lure Ian Beale into a business deal to find the extra cash, but Ian refuses. Lauren Branning soon finds out what her brother has been up to, leaving Oscar seeking other means of getting the funds. Oscar breaks into Patrick's home to steal his bet winnings. He's caught in the act though, leading to Oscar abruptly pushing Patrick to flee. But Patrick ends up falling to the ground, leaving him badly injured. Patrick is left unconscious as the horror unfolds, with his partner Yolandi Truman unaware of what's happening amid her row with her fiancé. Having called off the wedding over his betting, will she regret this when she realizes Patrick is in a bad way? With Patrick motionless on the ground, Oscar decides to leave him only for Howie deigns to return home and realize what's happened. Oscar makes a run for it and Howie sees him, while he doesn't see his face so is unaware it's Oscar. Yolandi is inconsolable as she heads home to the horror unfolding, and soon Patrick is rushed to hospital. His family wait for news and the police arrive to take a witness statement from Howie, but will he be okay? Robron fans will see former couple Robert Sugden and Erin Dingle grow closer again as they clear the air after past turmoil. Robert is struggling to cope and considers leaving the village for good after his attack on John Sugden. It's Robert's sibling John, who happens to be Erin's new husband, who persuades Erin to go easy on his ex. There's an uncomfortable encounter at the shop and so John leaves. Robert attempts to clear the air with Erin over a coffee. It's then that Robert hints he may be leaving and Erin is surprised, while it's also clear he doesn't want that to happen. He does his best to reassure Robert and tries to get him to stick around. Telling him he's valued. He gives Robert hope as he tries to talk him round, but is Robert hoping for a reconciliation once more? Later on in the week it seems Terry's more trouble ahead, when Moira Dingle confronts him about her land that she recently sold to him. So has Moira uncovered the betrayal about Robert plotting to sell to Kim before he later changed his mind? It's Robert's sister Victoria Sugden who is left suspicious though, when Robert suggests they farm Annie's field together. What will she say, and will Robert stick around? Emmerdale airs weeknights at 7:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX, with an hour-long episode on Thursdays. EastEnders airs Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.